Common. My name is Andrea Rodriguez.
And I'm Alita Sharp, and we are excited to be back with you this week.
Yes, yeah. We took a little break last week.
Yeah, so it's good to be back.
Yes,
yeah.
And I know it's been raining a lot.
Hard.
I know places are being flooded and stuff. So I hope everybody's staying dry. Yesterday when I went to pick up my daughter, there was like 3 little kids just playing in the rain. But they think they're fine. The one has a hat on, the other one put his sweater on his head, and they're soaked. I'm like, guys, get out of the rain. But there's something tempting to kids when it's raining and there's puddles everywhere. And my daughter was like, Mom, I want to walk in the puddles. So I'm like, I'm not walking in the puddles and I have the umbrella, so you need to walk with me. Yeah. But they just love it. And the older people like us, we're like, oh my goodness, my hair is going to get wet and my clothes and all of that. But enjoy it, people, you know. I always try not to complain about the weather. I try to just take it as it comes.
Yeah.
So I saw a quote yesterday that I loved, and it says, no matter the weather, bring your own sunshine. Wherever you go, bring your own sunshine. I'm like, okay, good, we're bringing our sunshine today.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And so we have 2 segments that we're excited about, and I know that you guys will enjoy both of them. Remember, for October, we've been talking about jumping and, you know, just launching idea that you've had or stepping out into, you know, something that you know God has been calling you to for a while. And we had called it jumping because of Steve Harvey's little video that he did about, you know, taking that leap of faith and just pursuing what you have to pursue something or jump or you'll stay kind of stagnant, I feel like. So so we're continuing that theme this morning about jumping, and so we're excited to have with us for the first time Miss Lorcia Moore, and she is the owner of Naturally Belize, and so we're excited to welcome her with us this morning. So welcome.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
And I'm excited to have you, and I told Alida I'm shy. Yeah. You know, I'm shy. So I told Alida to reach out to you, but I saw your Facebook page and I really loved a write-up that you had done about explaining about the origins, like what made you start it. And I said, Alida, she's perfect for our theme because it seems like you did some jumping, you know, to get where you are.
Yes, I did.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and Naturally Belize.
My name is Lorcia Moore, first of all. And I'm a mother of 3. I have 3 beautiful children, 2 girls and a boy.
Okay.
And I also have a very supportive spouse.
That's great.
Secondly, I'm an entrepreneur. I recently had to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
And what I do is make coconut oil, handmade coconut oil, and then I also do coconut-based products. And I am crazy for coconut. Local for cocoa. I'm in love with coconut. Every part of it.
Okay.
And thirdly, I'm fully employed. I work at this amazing organization known as Belize Natural Energy. And what they do is serve as a catalyst for people and communities to believe in themselves to achieve their full potential.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious, and I'm sure Alida is too, you know, to tell us, like, what made you decide to jump? Because you could have stayed with, I love coconut and just kind of do it for yourself. But talk us through that. How did that happen?
Okay. My main inspiration came from my grandmother. She was in an accident and she lost one of her leg. And she went from doing a job, a random 8-to-5 job, to have to figure out what will I do to take care of my children.
Okay.
So she started to make coconut oil. And the amazing thing is, because even me in this day and age, I have my resources are like right there.
Right.
But with her, the things that she had to do to get coconuts, she actually hucks her own coconut, she deshelled her own coconut, and then she extracted the coconut oil. With me, it's much more easier because I have help. I get help huxing the coconut. I don't deshell the coconut. I have a manual machine that I would grate up the inside of the coconut. So it's much more easier for me. So she was my main inspiration. And I just found out that, I love coconut. I'm always purchasing handmade coconut. And, I have this gift. It's in my blood, it's in my genes. So it's time for me to start.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, I got a chance to use the product. I've actually been using it for several months, haven't I? Because I purchased it from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And then someone also gave me some as a gift. So that tells you how good it is. Yeah, so I was real excited about it. So what you started off with the coconut oil, and then
I started out with coconut oil, pure coconut oil for cooking. And then I started to experiment with using it on my body, in my hair, and I found like, wow, this works. I mean, it's better than having to buy products that are filled with chemical that's not good for your skin, it's not good for your hair. And that's when I said, it's time. I guess I know my husband, my friends, I had them testing the product.
So that's what I was.
The feedback was so wonderful, and I decided that it's time that I share my love, my passion with others, and bring some joy to their life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you started it off just as a personal product, right? And then it branched out from there.
Yeah. I started out at home. I just made small batches just for me and my family and friends. And I realized when my friends and family were referring my products that, I don't have enough for everybody. So I knew that I had to start making more. I had to start looking for suppliers. I had to start looking for the right machine.
Yeah. Because I think it's awesome because a lot of people are buying like the imported, stuff. Oh, it has coconut oil, because going natural has been a big thing of late, and so people and so people are looking for natural products as well that will work with their hair. And I love the name too, so tell us how you came up with the name.
I came up with the name. First of all, I thought of this name, Naturally Belizean, because I wanted to signify that nature in every human being. And then I wanted to bring out like that independence in woman, because that was what I was striving for at the moment, to be independent. So that's how I came up with the name. I was enrolled in UB, and I was chosen to do a symposium, a small business symposium, and so me and my group members were working together, and one of my group members told me, why don't we take off the EAN and just put Naturally Belize? And that's when it came to me, and I said, that's a beautiful name. But the core of my business name is Natural Woman and Independence in Woman.
Wow.
I like that.
I like that too. I like that.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that with the oil that I've been using, there's just 2 ingredients in there, right?
Yes, there is. It's pure virgin coconut oil, and it's made in small batches. And I also use tea tree oil. This is for the coconut hair oil. And I did research on the tea tree oil, and it's fantastic for hair growth. It cleans your scalp. It does so much. So these two, the combination is really perfect. And also this product isn't only for natural hair. It's for relaxed hair that has been damaged. It's for bleached hair.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because I was like, I'm the only unnatural here in the house. My daughter was, my baby is, she has natural hair, and my other daughter had gone fully natural. She grew out her, relaxed hair and went natural, and I think she was natural for quite a while, and then she started high school and decided that she doesn't want to deal with the natural anymore, and so she's texturizing her hair right now. But I'm glad to hear that it can work on any type of hair too. Yeah. And it will help the damage that is being done. So I was, but I want to kind of backtrack a little bit because I don't want people to miss what Lorcia shared, because she didn't really dwell on it, but it seems like you're going to school at one point and still doing this. You have 3 kids, you have a husband, but you still jumped. And I think a lot of times people are like, well, I'm so busy, and she has a full-time job. And so people tend to use those things as well. Not now, maybe when my kids are grown, or when I retire, things like that, but you still manage. And I'm sure it wasn't an easy thing for you, but you kept at it, and now you actually can see the fruit of your labor here. So I wanted to point that out to people, to not to miss that. And that's what I really like about your story as well. All these things, but you press through to make it happen. So all right, so if we could come to the front here and see some of the samples that she brought to show us today, and then we could talk about how people could get some of these.
Tell us what you have. This one?
It's cocoa shea.
Okay.
And it's made of organic shea butter along with coconut oil. It also has castor oil, vitamin E.
Ooh.
Castor oil, vitamin E, and shea butter.
Yeah, the main ingredient is shea butter and pure coconut oil, and it has the other ingredients such as the castor oil, the vitamin E.
Okay.
Oh, and aloe vera gel.
Oh, okay.
Which all the good
stuff. All the good stuff is in there. That's great.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you could put it in her hair and I have to drink it because, and those things are good things, and they used to force us to drink castor oil, and you had to do aloe vera and all of those stuff when you were little. So I'll put it in my hair any day. Those are good stuff right there. And like what Lorcia had said earlier, a lot of the hair products are filled with chemicals and lots of good stuff that's not good for your hair actually, and people feel like the more money they pay for things that are imported, it's better, but not necessarily.
So it's very important that when you buy a hair product, you look at the label.
Yes.
And most of the time, you can't even pronounce the name on the label.
Right.
So with my products, you look at it and it's right there.
Yeah.
So
and that's what I like, because I did look at the label. I had to read that. And the very first ingredient is the shea butter.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like you said, it's something you can't pronounce, or it's water, or something like that, something else. But to know that this is just filled with all the different natural products, components that you just mentioned. And that is really, I know as my hair's been natural since like 2008. Wow. So that's really important to me, and I love being able to buy locally owned products. So when I first heard about you, I was just really excited. Yeah. And I need to try this new one.
Yeah. And I noticed that it says hair and body butter, so it's not just Okay, so you can use this.
Yeah. If you want, you could open it, but if not, with the shea butter, it's a hair and body butter.
Okay, don't come on me, because we will switch the camera and nobody say, weak, yeah. All right, you can come back.
So if you take a little and you rub it in your hand, it melts immediately.
Yeah.
You could rub it in your hand.
That's it.
So it melts.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's all natural ingredients, so it's good for your hair and your body.
And it doesn't smell weird.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I want
And
to
it feels good,
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
make I take a little bit more, man, Aliyah, because I'm going to try not to take too much.
I really like
The
this.
product is unscented. It's all natural
Uh-huh.
smell. So it's the smell from the coconut
Right.
and the shea butter mixed together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
This is really
I wanted to go back to on the label. And so right away, you know that this is something really good because you're getting exactly what it says. I learned a while back that to know what is in your stuff or the amount of stuff. So let's say you buy something and it says apple cinnamon. But the apple and cinnamon are the last two things at the end, then is a very minimal amount of
Right.
real apple and cinnamon, and
Yeah.
all the stuff is chemicals in there. So when you pick up a bottle or a jar like this and it tell you whether shea butter, coconut oil, vitamin E, castor oil, and aloe vera gel, you know you to get the real deal right here. So I like the little thing that you says, put your money where your heart is, buy local.
Oh, I like
And
that.
I love
like
that. We need to be more supportive, I think, of our local entrepreneurs. And Alida, she support lots of local entrepreneur
That's the
all
way
the
to
time.
go.
Yeah. So, and we try our best to highlight on our show the so I know what we can do. We are going to have our big Christmas thing, and so maybe
Oh,
we could do like a
yes.
gift basket.
That's
You
a
know,
good
with just
idea.
I think we should try to do as much local products this time
I like
for
that idea.
our Christmas to like
Yeah.
featuring local products, because I think it's a great idea.
I think
And so
so,
this
too.
one is the
The
coconut, the
hair
hair oil. Okay.
Yeah, that's the product I've been using, and that one is just, it's coconut oil and tea tree oil,
tree
right?
essential
Just the
oil.
two
Yep.
ingredients, yeah. And it works
Okay.
really well. And we were talking before the show, you know, about whether it works with your hair wet or dry. I've found it's good both ways. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to say that this product isn't only for female, it's for male
Yes.
too. My husband wanted me to say that. He said that not only females are natural. So
That's
he
true.
wanted
That's
me
true.
to make that
That's
clear.
true.
Yeah.
So he has bald head, and I told him, you know what, this isn't a miracle product. It's not going to grow back your hair. But what it does for him, because he shaves a lot, he gets razor bumps. And he tried so much products and it didn't work for him, and I made this and he used it and he has zero problem with razor bumps
Oh, wow.
or the flaky scalp.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's take a break on the flaky scalp thing. And then we will come back and wrap up with Lorcia, and then she can tell us how you can purchase her products and all of that. So we'll be right back after this short break.
To live a life uncommon, life uncommon.
From the company who brought you Buendia freeze-dried coffee, Gris 100% pure Colombian coffee is made in Colombia, considered among the finest coffee regions around the world. Naturally freeze-dried, Gris 100% pure Colombian coffee is exposed to less heat than other coffee brands to preserve the flavor and aroma to make the perfectly convenient cup of coffee you deserve. Have a buenos dias with Gris.
Recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
To live a life uncommon, life uncommon.
Welcome back to Life. If, in case you're just joining us, we have Miss Lorcia Moore here with us from Naturally Belize, and we've been talking about her incredible line of products. She has just a couple products that she brought with her here this morning, but we wanted to find out how can people get a hold of these products? Where can they purchase them?
Okay. I have a Facebook page. The name is Naturally Belize Coconut Products. and you could order through my page, or you could contact me at 604-5302, 604-5302, or 625-2510.
Okay.
Okay.
And we
Great.
will post your information on our
Yeah,
page
yeah.
for those people who want to, miss that or want to share it with other people. We'll post that on her page and go check it out and support her, share the love with other people. And before we went to the break, she talked about how it's not just for ladies, it's also for the men. And Mr. Tom
Yes.
Sharp, I almost said Mr. Sharp. Tom was saying he's a natural man.
Yes, he just sent me a text.
So,
We'll have to also get him
but
to
that's
be
a
one of your
good point though,
testers.
because
Yeah.
it's true. A lot of people do think that when these products come out, that it's just for ladies, but
Yeah.
children, men, everybody
Yes,
can use them,
Yeah.
and that's a good thing because I know a lot of men. You were talking about the razor burns and how it causes the bumps and different things like that. A lot of men struggle with stuff like that, so using this can help them. So you should definitely
Yes,
try it.
definitely.
And we're getting into the cooler part of the year, so it's a good time to start moisturizing your skin. I'm also willing to think it would be great for pregnant women with their bellies.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know some of the women in my class that I teach a childbirth class, and they were saying about the stretch marks and their stomach itchy and stuff. And I said, well, it's itchy because your skin is stretching, so you need to keep it moisturized. So this is also a good product that you could probably use, and it's safe. You don't have to worry about what's in it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Just to show that.
When the baby is born, I know what my mom used to do is use the pure coconut oil instead of using the baby oil.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So they
really?
use the pure coconut oil on their
Okay.
skin.
Yeah, that's why you have pretty skin, right?
Yeah, I love using coconut oil on
Thank
my
you.
skin too. Yeah, as soon as I get out of the shower, that's the first
Yes.
thing I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are so glad that you came with us today.
Yeah.
You mentioned, I don't know how much time we have.
Yeah, we have a, yeah.
Okay. You mentioned about just starting to call yourself an entrepreneur. What made you make that switch in your mind that you're not just, you don't just have a few products, but that you're actually an entrepreneur?
Okay, I had to make up my mind, and I had to become focused on what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
I had to make that list and say, you know what, I'm a mother, I'm a full-time worker, and
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur, so you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And you have to do what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would you say to, maybe some women just like you who are watching the show or will be watching it later on Facebook or on our YouTube channel? What would you say to them as an encouragement if maybe they have an idea and they are scared to jump out?
I would tell those women that whatever you believe in, you can achieve. If you have that gut feeling, go for it.
And you spoke about, how you have a really good support system, people that help you and support you. And I think that's also a key part of it. People may not even know that they have people right there already willing to support them and help them out. Because you were talking about how your friends were referring people, and telling about the product
Yes.
and stuff. So, yeah.
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 It's really good, and it's always good to focus on the positive in people. There's some
Yeah.
people, because there are family members and friends that they're like, what are you doing, but it's not because they don't care, it's actually because they care. So
Yeah.
we need to look at everything positively, and we will be motivated. So,
Yeah, that's true. We have to be positive,
Yeah.
and to. I always tell people, watch what you say, because there's
Uh-huh.
power in your words.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we
So
have to
true.
be able to speak those things that we want to see happen. If we're always negative, like last night I was telling my daughter, because she was saying she's average smart, because she's like, how would you describe me? And I said, well, I would say that you're smart, you're beautiful, and I was on, and she said, well, I'm not that's smart. I'm like, average. And I said, watch your words. I
Yes.
said, because if you keep telling yourself you're
That you're
average,
average,
you
yeah.
will be average. And she's like, Mommy, that no work. But I keep trying to instill that in them about, you know, what they're speaking. And for all of us, we have to speak that and keep a positive, you know, mindset, and we pursue it, and now you have something in front of you.
Yeah.
So
I think it's also important to remember, especially with a product like this, that it was something that benefited you personally. And a lot of times, I think more often than not, if it benefits you, it's also going to
Yes.
benefit somebody else.
Yes.
So, you know, this isn't just about you, it's also about reaching out and helping other people. So if you've got an idea that you think, you know, you at home, if you think it's a blessing to yourself, you know, maybe somebody else needs it too.
Share it.
yeah. So any last things that you would like to share with us before we go back to another break?
Well, you guys can try my product as well as the audience. It's incredible. When I make my product, I put all my love, my joy, my happiness in it, and I believe that whatever energy you put in your product, that's exactly what you'd get.
That's right.
That's
so
right.
how much do these go for right now?
Okay, I have the Cocoa Shakes, this one,
Uh-huh.
and right now I have a special offer for $10. The price is $12, but I recently launched this product early October, so
Okay.
I have it for a special price of $10.
Okay.
And the coconut tea tree oil, that's $6.
Okay.
Great.
This gal is cheap.
Yeah, it's very
It's a
affordable.
great-
Very,
it's
very
so you
affordable.
can't
Very
say.
affordable.
Yeah.
And I know people spend way more money on things that aren't even as good
Yes.
as this, and you're not getting the same
Yeah.
concentrated amount of, because other things can say they're having the same things, but it's
Right.
trace amounts. It's
Yeah.
not
Right.
that, you know. So
Right.
I would say these are great deals. Please, you know, tell your friends about them. Contact her. Let her know that you saw her on Life Uncommon, and that you're going to get a couple jars for you and your friends.
Yes.
Make great Christmas gifts for those naturals and non-natural like me in your life. All right, so we'll take a break. We want to say thank you so much to Lorcia for taking time out to be with us this morning. And we'll take a break, and we will be joined by some other young people who are jumping as well and doing some great stuff here in the city of Belmopan. We'll be right back after this break.
To live a life uncommon, life uncommon.
Belize, it's the second annual Grace Week Here Sweepstakes and your big chance to win a fabulous kitchen makeover. And we mean makeover with a brand new Whirlpool refrigerator, microwave, stove, blender, and dining table set from Quartz Belize. Brand new Moen faucet, sink, floor tiles, and wall tiles, knobs, and hybrid USB surge protectors from Brothers Habet. An LTE touchscreen phone with data and credits from Smart. And if that's not enough, you will get 6 months free groceries from Grace Beverage Center and Grace Strategic Partners. If you don't win our grand prize, don't worry, because you'll have lots more chances to win over 900 instant prizes with our Scratch and Win tickets. The Grace team will be at locations countrywide offering promotions and issuing tickets. The big drawing takes place on September 4th. Don't miss your big chance to win. Grace Week Here. Like us on Facebook at Grace Kennedy Belize Limited and know when and where the promotion team will be.
Looking for quick and easy baking? Try Grace Baking Powder. It comes in a convenient 10-gram packet. Grace Baking Powder. Great for my pancakes, waffles, fry jack, flour tortillas, muffins, waffles. Wow! How quick and easy. Grace Baking Powder. So convenient, easy to store. You love it. It's good enough and fresh whenever you need it. Another fine product brought to you by Grace. For recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
From the company who brought you Buen Dia freeze-dried coffee, Greece, 100% pure Colombian coffee is made in Colombia, considered among the finest coffee regions around the world. Naturally freeze-dried, Greece 100% pure Colombian coffee is exposed to less heat than other coffee brands to preserve the flavor and aroma to make the perfectly convenient cup of coffee you deserve. Have a buenos dias with Grace.
Recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
Hey, Alita.
Come on in.
Hey.
Hey.
It's been a while.
I know, my goodness.
So, I hear you're a big fan of a show called Life Uncommon.
Yes, I am. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
What is it about?
It's a daytime show, and it empowers women to embrace the extraordinary and go against the grain of the common.
I really like the sound of that.
Yeah, I knew you would like it because it's a really fun show.
It sounds that way.
It's a mixture of tears and laughter and challenges and human interest stories.
Well, you know what? I might just give it a shot.
Well, let's go.
All right, let's go. Hi guys, Alita and I want to invite you to join us on Tuesdays at 10:30 for a new season of Life Uncommon on Plus TV. You do not want to miss what 2017 will bring. It's going to be awesome.
It sure will.
To live a life uncommon, life uncommon.
Belize, it's the second annual Grace Week Here Sweepstakes and your big chance to win a fabulous kitchen makeover. And we mean makeover with a brand new Whirlpool refrigerator, microwave, stove, blender, and dining table set from Quartz Belize. Brand new Moen faucet, sink, floor tiles, and wall tiles, knobs, and hybrid USB surge protectors from Brothers Habet. An LTE touchscreen phone with data and credits from Smart. And if that's not enough, you will get 6 months free groceries from Grace Beverage Center and Grace Strategic Partners. If you don't win our grand prize, don't worry, because you'll have lots more chances to win over 900 instant prizes with our Scratch and Win tickets. The Grace team will be at locations countrywide offering promotions and issuing tickets. The big drawing takes place on September 4th. Don't miss your big chance to win. Grace Week Here. Like us on Facebook at Grace Kennedy Belize Limited and know when and where the promotion team will be.
Looking for quick and easy baking? Try Grace Baking Powder. It comes in a convenient 10-gram packet. Grace Baking Powder. Great for my pancakes, waffles, fry jack, flour tortillas, muffins, waffles. Wow! How quick and easy. Grace Baking Powder. So convenient, easy to store. You love it. It's good enough and fresh whenever you need it. Another fine product brought to you by Grace. For recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
From the company who brought you Buen Dia freeze-dried coffee, Grace 100% pure Colombian coffee is made in Colombia, considered among the finest coffee regions around the world. Naturally freeze-dried, Grace 100% pure Colombian coffee is exposed to less heat than other coffee brands to preserve the flavor and aroma to make the perfectly convenient cup of coffee you deserve. Have a buenos dias with Grace.
For recipes, go to gracerecipes.com. It's time for Grace. Grace, bringing good taste to life.
Hey, Alita.
Come on in.
Hey.
Hey.
It's been a while.
I know, my goodness.
So, I hear you're a big fan of a show called Life Uncommon.
Yes, I.
To live a life uncommon, life uncommon.
Welcome back to Life Uncommon. We are live here in the studio at Plus TV, and we had a great conversation earlier with Miss Lorcia Moore from Naturally Belize, and now we're kind of switching gears a little bit, and we have some other guests with us here in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they fit right in because they just jumped.
Yes, they
as
did.
well. Recently they jumped, and I'm excited about it. And for our guests, we started October talking about people that jump, and now literal jump. but
Right.
Make a move forward, right?
Yeah, a bold
not
move
jump
forward.
off a building, but to start something new.
Yeah.
And so we were so excited when I heard about the anti-bullying campaign. So I'm jumping ahead of myself. We'll talk about that. But that was one of the reasons that I said we have to have these guys on. And so Anna Banner Guy is no stranger. She is like the third leg to this whole thing. So welcome, Anna.
Thank you. I feel like I'm the missing leg. But it's always good to be here on Life Uncommon, formerly Divas.
Yeah.
And, I was here before with Andrea.
Yeah.
And when I'm back, it's always like I'm home. That's right. And I thank you, ladies, for having me back. But today I'm here in the capacity of a city councilor for Belmopan, as I am and have been for the past almost 6 years. And there at the Belmopan City Council, we started a child-friendly initiative. It's actually an initiative started or initiated by UNICEF and UNDP.
Okay.
With a joint collaboration from our local government in Belize and the National Association of Mayors.
Okay.
So it's a big initiative.
Yeah.
It's really big for Belize. It means that we will be looking into the interests of our children.
Okay.
And each municipality, including Belmopan, has signed on to that agreement. And so since then, we have created the CAB, which is the Child Advisory Board.
Oh, okay.
And today we have two members from our CAB with us. And I will allow them to introduce themselves.
All right.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Nevia Ramos. I attend Garden City Primary School. I am in Standard 6, and I am the standing Vice President of the Child Advisory Board.
Okay then. All right. Awesome. And you, young man?
Good morning, my name is Devon Guzman and I am a member of the Child Advisory Body. I attend United Evergreen Primary School and I am in Standard 4.
Awesome. This is awesome, Anna. I like
It's
this.
very important to us at the Belmopan City Council and at CAB that we don't have a group of children just to say that we created something because it was required of us. We want it to be a group. We want them to be a group that really make a difference as it relates to our city, how our city progress in everything. When we talk about children and children inclusion, we often think about parks, playgrounds, and schools. For us at the CAB, these children will tell you that it's different for them. They want to be included in everything. They want to be included in issues relating to their health, to their education, to their general well-being. They're very concerned about safety and security in Belmopan. They want that to be preserved for them in the future and the present. They also think about infrastructure. The other day, right now we have some infrastructural development at our parks, but it really goes beyond infrastructure at the parks. It's infrastructure in general that these children need to be a part of because it affects them. So they are some of the most influential children at their school, and that is why the principals decided to have them represent the school and their community.
Great.
Awesome.
I was just gonna ask how they got chosen.
All right,
So they were chosen by their principals?
Yes. At the Belmopan City Council, we write to each principal and we ask them to send a representative from their school. We tell them what the program is about and what is it that we're trying to accomplish.
Wonderful.
So we have from each school, but today we have Nevia and Devon with us.
So tell us, Nevia, what is it like being a part of CAB?
Well, it opens many opportunities, and it's very nice to get to know people from different schools that I never thought I would get to know. But it's very nice. It's a good experience for me. It's very helpful for me as well because with CAB, it opened doors for me, and with CAB, it's just I could speak up and I could give my ideas to help our community and Belmopan.
Yeah. So you have a voice, and not only have a voice, but you're heard.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how about you, Devon? Devon, right? What is it like being a part of this group?
Well, it's really fun. We help our community to do better.
Yeah.
We did.
Okay, have that a little bit louder so everybody go hear you because you have a voice, remember?
We did Culture Day. We were in the parade, the 21st parade of September,
Yeah.
launching our anti-bullying campaign.
All right.
Great. So tell me, what is bullying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bullying is a bully is someone who has low self-esteem and uses the power to bring a severe other down.
Yeah.
So, and bullying can be in many different ways. It can be physically, verbally, emotionally, even sexually.
So you guys talked about you launched this anti-bullying campaign. I'm sure there are lots of other things that you could do to pick. So why did you guys pick the anti-bullying campaign?
Well, in our previous meetings, we were discussing about what are the issues in our community and how we can influence and fix that. And bullying happened to be one of those issues. So we started to look into it, and it became something that we were focused on. And now we're here and we're promoting the anti-bullying campaign.
And one of the things, Andrea and Alida, that the children from the CAB brought up at the meeting is that they want to do a lot of things outside of such campaign. But in order for them to do it, they need to pass this because this is a barrier for them.
Yeah.
And they speak about bullying at school. Sometimes they want to put their ideas forward, or sometimes they want to be more included in the school's activities, and they feel that sometimes they're being bullied even by their teachers in some cases. So they're saying that I feel a bit stifled or a bit suffocated in certain areas, and when they really discuss their feelings in depth, we realize that this is a serious issue, and so they said, well, we need to deal with this, we need to clear it, we need to clear here so we can move forward.
So there's a slogan that you guys have that when you launch the anti-bullying campaign. Tell us about that, what it is.
Well, the slogan is Belmopan, be the change, bullying isn't the way. So actually we were just discussing, we were saying that let's find a slogan, and we were just experimenting, and we were just thinking of new ideas and come up with our own slogan. And we have our two members, Denley and Caitlin, and they had some very good ideas. And this one, we actually, everyone put a piece, a little word or a little phrase, and it just came into being one.
Nice. Devon, be quiet over this time. But I know he has a lot to say. And I like the slogan because it is true, we have to be that change, right? And bullying is a big issue, not only in Belmopan, but across the country, in the world. It is. So I really think that this is something that deserves a lot of, airtime across the board, and having young people who are in the middle of that, who knows what it is to be bullied, or they see it happening on a daily basis, to tackle this issue, I think is very important and commendable. So I thank you guys for, doing this. So
how do you plan to stop bullying with this campaign? What's the plan? that you guys are working?
And they look man Dave.
I know, I was looking at you.
Well, the plan to stop bullying is when you see someone is bullying another person, you stop them from bullying because you don't know how much it hurts the person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you bully someone, it just feels fun, but you don't know how much it hurts.
Yeah.
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 And we were just planning to go to schools, get the schools involved.
Okay.
And we were just like showing presentations at the schools, trying to get them involved. And what we were saying, maybe we can have a whole march, and we wanted to do a National Rags Day with the t-shirts, the anti-bullying t-shirts. And maybe that it can be an international thing. We don't know how much this can progress or go
Right.
far. So we were just wanting to start in Bamupan with the schools, and maybe it can go farther than that.
Yes. Yeah.
They got big
Stopping
vision.
bullying, to put a stop to bullying is a very ambitious plan.
Yes,
But
it
one of
is.
the things we want to start off here in Bamupan is to create awareness, because the children are often intimidated by previous experiences that they have without even being aware that what have been done to them is bullying. And like I said before, it starts at different places. It's not necessarily only children bullying other children
Right.
at school. We have it parent to children,
Right.
children being victims,
Right.
go out and act out on that kind of behavior at school. We have teachers to students, we have parent to teacher, and it really suppresses the children growth and
Yeah.
development. So creating an awareness is one of the first things that we're looking at, and
Yeah.
for it to be confronted, for the peoples and the partners involved to realize that this is a real issue that is really affecting our children, and we need to confront it, and then we need to put certain steps in place. For example, at the schools, I am not sure if there are any policies in place when this type of behavior is identified, what are the consequences
Right, right.
involved with it, and what kind of treatment, so to speak, that the children or people involved has to undertake. For instance, we have school counselors. We have them at some schools. We
Right.
we
Yeah.
don't have
But
some
not
of
all
the
every-
schools.
yeah, not
Right.
all
What level of
schools.
counseling is take place?
Yeah.
How the different departments or partners that are supposed to be
Yeah.
involved
Yeah.
are involved. For example, the human development and all
Right.
that. So it's a big issue, and we want it to be a part. We want the schools in particular, because that is where the body of our
Yes.
children are,
Yeah.
and they spend more time there than they do anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sounded like from the way Devon answered the question that it's part of it is stopping the cycle. You know, that each person needs to take responsibility when they see bullying happening, or if it's happening to them, being able to speak out and let the proper authorities know. So stopping that cycle is very
Yeah.
important.
Right, and a
Yeah.
lot of times we're not the victims directly, but we
Yeah.
are witness to it.
Exactly,
And if we turn a
exactly.
blind eye,
Yeah.
it's not helping the
Right.
situation.
Yeah.
So
Right.
for those who are stronger and are not directly victims, we ask them to stand up for a victim. You know, the victims often are not brave enough, or they don't feel that courage to stand up to defend themselves in the
Yeah.
cases where they're being bullied.
Yeah.
But if we have others that can stand up to with the victim, or for the victim, or on behalf of the victim, then we are sure that then this is going to be something
Yeah.
that we can, even if not put a stop to, that we can definitely deter those types of behavior in our communities, and in particular our school. But like I said, it doesn't start at the school.
Yeah.
Right,
We have like I was watching TV last night, and someone on the CNN was saying, our president is a bully. So I'm just saying that bullies are, from top down.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
So
Yes, they are.
we need to, first of all, have our children aware of these, and see from an early age what can I do? Take responsibility, like Devon said, individual responsibility. That's something that we really want to push
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. So, how would you guys, what would you tell people about, they see a situation of a bullying happening, a case happening where somebody is bullying someone else? How would you intervene in a situation?
Well, I would tell them to stop, because it's not right And I would tell them that it's not okay for you to bully someone because you wouldn't like it if someone was bullying you. And if they wouldn't listen, I would go to an adult or a proper authorities to let them handle the situation, because we, as you guys said, we are the witness, and we can't just leave it like that because it's a continuing cycle, and we don't want that to lead to the younger kids than us. We don't want them to think, oh, it's okay to bully someone. We want them to have a voice, to not let them be afraid, let them speak up.
Yeah. And Devan, what would you do in that situation?
I would tell them to walk away and stop bullying one another, because it's really bad.
Yeah. Bullying is painful, and it's not only painful to the victim, it's painful to the parents of that victim as well. And I know of a situation right now with a young boy that I've befriended at my kid's school, because he is a victim of bullying, extreme bullying, and he said that this is his third school that he's transferred to because of bullying. And I feel like the schools aren't doing enough to stop this type of behavior.
That's an example at the schools, or at least that particular school, they are not doing enough to confront the behavior. Rather than dealing with it, they pass it on. It's like pass the ball. So go to another school and go to another school. And the amazing thing is that even though it is such a subject that is not a nice subject to deal with, this is not fun, but many of the times the bullies, so to speak, can be very good leaders, and they can be very good individuals if we really attend to their needs, if we really try to help them. They can be healed and be productive citizens in our communities. So we're not here, we're not doing this campaign to identify bullies and kick them out of schools and so on. That is not what we want to do. We want to help them because they too many times have been victims.
Yes, that's true. And that's
so
a good point.
even though it's not a fun subject, we want to carry out the campaign in a fun way, because we are dealing with children and youths and young people. So we want them to want to come and want to be a part of the different initiatives. So we are thinking about doing different fun things that they can also bring along their talents and their skills and share it with us in forms of competitions and so on. So maybe Devan can tell you about the upcoming competition that we're doing.
Okay, our competition that we're coming up, that we're going to do, is the jingle competition.
Okay. All right. And so, Nevia, tell us a little bit more about what the jingle competition is about.
Well, the jingle competition is just to create a little tune or a little song, and within the tune or the little song, it has to be based on anti-bullying or have some part of anti-bullying in it. And with that, the little jingle or the little tune, we want to use it in our promoting the campaign. We want to use it in our advertisement or promoting this campaign. And actually, the due date for handing in the jingle is November. Yes, it's November the 24th.
Okay.
And the cash prize is $200.
What? Me, I could participate.
Well, who can participate? Tell us who can.
Well, it's just basically students in Belize, schools.
Or student age, like high school age or primary school age, even if they're not in school. Because a part of this campaign that we want to do too is to include all young people. Because we do have young people in our community that are school age, but they're not in school.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
in no way, shape, or form we like to leave them out, because
I missed the school age by a couple of years.
Just a couple of years.
That's exciting. So, the deadline again is the 24th of November.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, are you guys going to be the judges for the submissions that are coming in? Who's going to be the judges?
Well, yes, I guess it's going to be us. And how to send it is via CD or a flash drive, and you can send it to Miss Cheyenne Banner at City Council.
Okay, so easy. And whoever is doing it anyways will have access to, to those two types of entries, so a CD or a flash drive. And you send it in, wanna not wait till last minute. And I know most of those who are able to enter are at school, but they'll be watching later on the repeat. And so those of you parents who are watching and you have children who would like to participate in something like this, tell them about it when they come home for lunch or when they come home in the evening.
And just to tell them, just look out for flyers. We're working on that right now, but they're coming out soon. So just look out for the flyers. We're gonna post them a lot everywhere, so it's to be known. So it's out there.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have to start wrapping up here. But Anna, I know do you have anything else that you would like to share with us before we go today?
Well, we would just like for Belmopan to always keep in mind that we have a CAP, we have a child advisory body from the Belmopan City Council. It's an ongoing body, so the body will continue with the Belmopan City Council. And the body's, it's youth friendly, it's for young people, it's by young people. These young people are learning the parliamentary procedure, they're learning how to conduct a meeting, they're learning how to take minutes, they're learning how to deal with accounts and budgeting and all that. So it's a lot of education for them and a lot of hands-on. We actually have these meetings at the round table in the mayor's office.
Nice.
Wow.
They get to meet with the mayor, they get to sit in at council meeting, and that's a part of what they do so that they can learn. They get to, at their meetings, they get to put forward certain initiatives that they would like for the council to carry out on their behalf. And then we have a steering committee, which is made up of different stakeholders, such as representatives, of course, from the Belmopan City Council. We have from Ministry of Health. We have from the Police Department, Ministry of Education. We have from Department of Youth Services, and where else? Several different agencies, but the idea is that these initiatives, programs, and ideas are trickled into this. The steering committee will review and submit it to the council with the hope that these initiatives will be carried out. So far, we have given a listening ear to our children, and we're hoping that as we continue to promote the different initiatives and programs and activities that they're requesting, that the city will be more aware of the children in it. And for instance, a lot of times we make simple decisions, even in our families, like what we're going to have for dinner, or even more greater decision, like we're moving from one place to the other without considering what impact that will have, or changing from one school to the other, or building a new facility in the city. And so we want to always have a city that has a high alert and is very sensitive to our children, especially as it pertains to their safety and security.
Yeah, I really like that, and I think it's something that people should start practicing too. You mentioned in the homes, consult with your children. It's not necessarily you have to get the permission all the time, but talk with them about especially big changes, things, include them in what's going on in the family, give them a voice, and let them know that they're not just talking, but you're hearing what they're saying.
And we would like for that to trickle down across the community, in the classroom, as it relates to the teacher and the children, the way how they relate to the children, and the conversation that we have with our children will mold them into being the leaders that we want them to be. And then we can see what we have in our country now. We know what we don't want, and we know what we want. So we cannot really reach out to them and be successful at a later stage in their life. It's going to be far more challenging to try to mold them when they have already become young adults.
Can't bend the tree when it don't grow. And we do have to go. We don't get the signal. We're going to kick off right now, but I don't want us to go without giving Nevia and Devon the last word to let them say something. What would you guys like to say to our viewers before we go this morning?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. And also, I just want to tell them to just keep in mind that like Ms. Anna said, that the CAB is here. We want to hear your view on what issues you have, and we want to help you fix that. And and just remember that our anti-bullying campaign, we're launching it, and we just want them to know that bullying is not okay. If you see someone getting bullied, tell them to stop, speak up. You have a voice. Don't be afraid. Just and yeah.
Awesome. Good. And Devon?
Thank you for appreciating us in your studio.
You're welcome. We're glad that you could come and be with us this morning.
And you two are both excellent representatives for CAB. Thank you for being with us this morning. You both did really well. Yeah. So we need to say our thank yous. Okay, I just want to say thank you to Grace Kennedy Belize for sponsoring us this morning. And thank you to Cirillo and to Denmark for your work here in the studio. Thank you, Cheyenne, for doing such a good job with getting our guests ready for this morning. And thank you, Anna, for being here with us as well.
Thank you for having us.
All right. We're out of here till next week. So we'll see you guys then. We'll be having an inspirational woman.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. So
I want to be here.
look forward to that. All right.
You gotta know your worth, a diamond to be polished, a light to shine throughout the earth, to live a life uncommon, life uncommon.
Are you looking for a job, or are you already employed?